How do we know each other?
So we don't. This is my first time meeting you. I am in the Better Life Tribe,
Okay.
and I think I was in the virtual networking, but someone in my pod just highly recommended trying to book the random chat with you, the 101. So I'm trying to make the best out of my pod, out of the Better Life Tribe. So I'm just kind of putting myself out there, and I decided to book a call with you.
As you should. Well, good to meet you.
Likewise, likewise. Are you in
I am in Hawaii.
Okay.
Internet in Hawaii is suspect.
Sketchy.
Yeah. Uh, but yeah, I've been here for about a year. It's great.
Okay, nice. Well, I don't know. I guess perhaps I wanted to book the call to just to have a random chat. I seen that you are also a real estate investor, so am I. So far, I've been in the Better Life tribe for like 1 week, so I'm really just my mind is all over the place with what I want to do, where do I want to go. Clearly, I want to improve my life, my family's life. I'm also a real estate investor, clearly. Um, but it's so much information. Now I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to start from scratch, really, with just improving everything. So that's why I'm here.
Nice. Um, yeah, well, I set this up. I've been doing this for like 5 or 6 years now. Just
Okay.
talk to people and say, like, who are you? What do you need? How can I help? And just, see if I can be useful to you. What do you do in real estate?
I am an investor, so I just purchased. My husband and I, we've house hacked twice, so two 4 unit buildings, and then we have a single family home that we are using as a short term rental. But I do have like a full time job, so it's kind of like my side thing. That's not really passive, but I love it.
Nice. Where do you invest?
In the Chicagoland area.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm in Chicago.
And you
Um,
like buy and hold,
yes,
but you're
I
getting
do
shiny
like
object
mine.
syndrome.
What was that?
You're getting shiny object syndrome.
What? I don't know. What's that?
You said there's like when you said, oh, there's just so much information, like
Yes.
this and that
Okay.
and the other
So
thing. So you're getting like distracted. You're like, what if I did everything?
yeah, I think so. When I attended last week's like the REIOS,
Uh
and
huh.
like Brandon really mentioned like getting that crystal clear criteria of what you want to do. I've like when I first started my real estate investing journey, I wanted to dip into this bucket and dip into that bucket. Maybe I could try some flips, make and or burr. And it's just like there's so many strategies that's out there. I know what I have experienced, and yeah, so maybe it is the shiny object syndrome. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I guess what I am curious as a new member, how to make the most out of the mastermind.
How
Is
do you
it
make the
really
most
just
out of it?
connecting with people?
Yep. There's no. I mean, ain't no secret information.
Yeah.
There's no secret information. There's just information that maybe sounds better from certain. You might like the way it sounds from certain people better than others, but there's no information that like is unique and nothing that you kind of can't get from somebody else on the internet, and none that will make you wealthy. It's
Yeah.
all about like confidence and action.
Yeah.
And so people are where you're going to get your confidence a lot of times. Somebody that's
Okay.
like, you're going to see somebody else that's dumber than you that's doing it, and you're like, okay, well, if that person can do it, I can do it.
Right.
Um, and then there's somebody that will do something that you're like, oh, how'd you do that? And then they'll sort of show you. So
Right.
really, it's just like finding the people that are a good fit for to build your confidence and to show you that the things that you want to do are kind of easier than they seem. But they have to
Okay.
like, you have to find like that like mentorship relationship sort of. I mean, I hate to use that word mentor because you don't need a mentor, but you need somebody that shows you that it's possible.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Um,
really
so that's going to come from that's going to come over time. And what I think a lot of people do is they come into these groups and they're like, they don't make best friends in
yeah.
month one or something, and they're like, it's not really good. And I'm like, yeah, it takes longer than that, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
I think you're doing the right thing by going to Tribe Talk, going to your pod, like meeting people, and then I think investing in those relationships, but then also staying nimble. Where you know it might not be that pod. It might not be the
Hmm.
people you meet. It might be the next set of people you meet. So it's just about being like very strategic about. It's like crystal clear criteria, but for humans.
Yeah. That's a good
So
point.
finding the person that like I want to do what you're doing, and finding somebody
Hmm.
that's like what I call a close carrot, where it's like
Hmm.
Brandon is a tremendous achiever.
Yeah.
It's just you know even he'll tell you he didn't set out to buy $1 billion of real estate. He set out to buy 50 million.
Hmm.
So if Lynzi wants to buy 50 million, it's like go find the person who just got done doing that.
Yeah.
But
That's a
maybe you
good
want to
point.
start with 1 million. So like who bought a $1 million property? Go find them, and then outgrow them. So really, it's like a strategic. It's like social climbing in a lot of
Yeah.
ways.
That's a good point. I guess I'll just continue to reach out to anybody and see. Not anyone. Be strategic, like you said, crystal clear with
Yeah,
human.
you got to be a little strategic and then a little patient. I mean, it's not like even if this was the most productive call in the world, it's like it's hard. Relationships don't, especially as you get older, where people have husbands and wives and lives. It's like I'm not dropping anything looking for somebody to build my first thing with.
Yeah.
So you got to kind of find your way to fit in. So I'll give you two examples. One, um, I'm part of a lot of different groups like this, and I go to a lot of events. And I bought a $3.2 million apartment building with the partners that I met in my pod
Okay.
before Better Life existed.
Okay.
I met with those guys for a year, about
Mm.
15 months before I found out that we were going to be able to partner on this deal.
Okay.
Before that, it was just a bunch of people that was like, you guys are doing great. I'd love to be able to do something like that one day. And then one day I walked into a deal. I'm like, can anybody help me with this? And one guy's like, that's exactly what I do.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we can partner. Took 15
Okay.
months.
Okay.
But then it changed my life.
Yeah.
For 15 months, I went every week and I was just kind of sitting there going like, am I wasting my time? Am I wasting their time?
Right.
And, you know, it could have taken longer. It could have been the wrong group
Mm-hmm.
and it might have taken shorter. The point is, 1 month would have been useless for everybody. So like you have to like kind of give it time.
Okay.
Um, what else? I just partnered with a guy in this property in Maryland that I'm absolutely obsessed with. And now I'm like, how much else can we do? Can we do other business? You got any other properties? Can I help you? Can I raise money? Can I bring communities there? Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
I met that guy for the first time in 2000 and I think it would have been 2019.
Okay.
We just did business together.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like that, but I see him 2, 3 times a year at events. Like it's an investment.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good point. Those are good points. Well, I don't think I'm in a rush or anything. I just want to, I don't know, just continue to take like crazy action, but be intentional with like everything that I can do to
Yeah.
control what I can control.
Yeah. The best. Yeah. I rarely now I rarely think of myself as a real estate investor these days. I really think of myself as a people investor.
Okay.
And so I'm like, who's got all of the strengths that I happen to be weak at, and how can we work
Hmm.
together so that we can get a lot more done? Um, and then yeah, you can be strategic with that. I mean, a lot of it is just who do you need? Like, where are you
Right.
trying to buy? Who's already doing it? How can you bring a piece? There's somebody in your area or in your life or like nearby that's investing in the same way that you want to invest, and they have a Lindsay size hole in their business,
True.
and you just have to find them and be like, oh, I'm the person you've been looking for. That
Okay.
exists. And so
Yeah.
that's how you be strategic with people, in my opinion. And to be honest, that's my complete bias. Like I think about people, I love people. I'm a hyper extrovert. So like my bias is always people, people, people.
People.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not saying that's
Okay.
the right way. That's just the way my way.
Yeah. I know. It makes sense. It makes absolute sense. Well,
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I mean, I don't even know what more else I need. Um, what are you working on these days?
Yeah. I'm gonna be moving to Austin here soon. So I am trying to get everybody to associate Austin and Alex together. Those two terms.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. I'm doing a lot more of this. So love meeting people and you know, it's been fun to talk to folks. So if the more you can, I have a new link, so I wouldn't share the same link, but the I appreciate any like goodwill you could help me. I'd
Yeah.
love to talk to more people.
Okay.
And yeah, those are my two big things. I mean, I think I've been doing this for a long time. It feels very natural. It feels like my best way to serve people is just like, here's my time and attention. If I can be
Okay.
useful to you, then, it's great. If not, then I'm sorry to waste 30 minutes of your time, but
Yeah.
it feels like
Yeah.
a good way to serve folks. But yeah, that's it. Just, we're about to move, and then I'm just trying to load my calendar up with people who I think I can help.
Okay. Well,
Um,
thank you. I appreciate it.
what are you trying to buy in, like, what are you trying to buy in Chicago?
Well, I have a few places in Chicago already, but I think I want to expand to buy more multifamily in Milwaukee. I'm only an hour away, Milwaukee,
Okay.
Wisconsin. So I'm only
I've
an
been
hour
there.
away. Yeah, I have a single family home that's used as a short-term rental there, but they have very I feel like it's one of those markets that can cash flow with multi units and it's low entry. It's not too expensive, but as of 2 weeks ago, I wouldn't have been talking like this, but I've been trying to narrow down like my criteria. But I think I want to expand into that market and really just like drastically increase my portfolio in the Milwaukee, Wisconsin area. That's what I want to do. Chicago is okay, but it's like it's not the best state for. It's not landlord friendly state. Illinois in general,
Gotcha.
um, it has a lot of. You can cash flow. Like there's a lot of multi units, multi-family buildings.
It's okay. Yeah.
Are you there? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So that's what I want to do. I want to expand in the Wisconsin area.
Okay. I love that. How are you doing that?
So I reached out. I'm gonna tell you. Um, I thought about wholesaling in that area because there's
Okay.
a lot of old, very ugly buildings like that needs work. And although I'm already in the market as a owning like a single family home, I thought perhaps if I could learn from a wholesaler that's in that area, try to get a couple wholesale deals just to raise capital, really. So it doesn't come out of my pocket. And then I can just buy as many deals because it's really capital. I've been using my own money for our properties now. We have 9 doors. But that only goes so far using your own money. So that's what I'm trying to get into.
Okay. Um, you getting phone calls?
So that's what I want to do. That's my criteria. So by doing that, I want to wholesale, getting to know the area a whole lot more, analyzing deals out there, and then just by getting money from the wholesale, that will just open up that access to capital for me to just purchase more and more and really just
Sure.
stack.
Yeah. Are you doing that? Like, I mean, how are you finding wholesalers?
So I reached out to like 5 wholesalers on Facebook last week, and I even offered to pay, like to have a conversation with them so they can show me how they did it, like how they wholesale, how they find their leads. And one person was interested, and he gave me his number. I told him I'd be willing to pay if he was open to it. I gave him a call. He didn't answer. He did text. I texted back, and I just haven't heard anything from him. So I'm just gonna continue to follow up to find more wholesalers, either in that area, like that's in Wisconsin, or just wholesalers in general that are willing to share their ropes with me or their lessons and how they do it.
Yeah, I got 3 friends that are pretty good at this. I'll introduce you to them.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
And they all do like wholesale, like, they have communities and coaching and stuff like that. I mean, but they've been doing it a long time. They're pretty good at it, and good dudes. So there's a lot of with wholesaling. It's a lot of fly by night. So you talk to somebody, and it's like they might not be ghosting you. They just might not be as good at it as they're trying to get their first deal or something like that. And it's like they can't
Yeah.
figure out how to do anything yet. So
Yeah.
um,
I also think
um,
it'd be fun. Like, I think it'd be fun, like, trying to create. I want to try to build a business. I know I'm an investor, but I think it's just another skill that I just want to kind of sharpen um,
gotcha,
by wholesaling. So, yeah.
dude. I love it. I mean, yeah, it's the same thing. It's just people. So it
Yeah.
sounds like you're on the right track. It's just like volume of action.
Yeah,
You're like, I talked
absolutely.
to 5 people, and one of them, kind of. I'm like, okay, well, that's a 20% closing ratio.
Yeah.
You just need to talk to 100.
Yep. That's
and get the
that's
10
true.
that respond to you, and then the one that's like, this is the guy that or gal that I need to
Yeah.
like, that'll change my life. That's all it is. It's just volume. So,
Yeah.
and it sounds like you know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
No,
don't
it's
need
good
me.
to say it. It's good to say it out loud, right?
Yeah.
Instead of
I love that you have a market picked out. I love that you have a strategy. I think, stay adaptable, but like, if you just write that down, like, we're going to wholesale in Milwaukee, we're going to build capital, we're going to buy rentals, we're just going to, go all in on the Milwaukee market for a while. Like, if you just write that down, you say it, you tell everybody, it's the same thing. It's like, I'm just going to associate Lynzi with Milwaukee.
hmm
And then anytime somebody, because I have these calls, I have 15 of these calls a week. Like, anytime somebody's like, something Milwaukee, I'm like, oh, I got the person for you now.
Yeah, yeah.
So I do that.
Or if somebody needs some assistance in Chicago, please let me know.
Yeah.
Or not let me know, but I'm happy to offer any sort of service too with connecting with others.
Yeah. Usually what I do is I track everybody's like where they live and where they invest. And then
Yeah.
when I have somebody else on the call, I just like search who else lives in Chicago, who else lives in Milwaukee, and just, oh yeah. So I'm a,
Connector.
I'm a
You
connector
are
that
a
way. Yeah.
super connector.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to do it by CRM now because I do it naturally already. But now I'm trying to like
Mm.
put some tech behind it.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, trying. Right now, my internet is just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't even get
Well,
my,
I'm glad I was able to talk to you at least. I was like,
yeah, do it on the
oh
phone.
no, I said six
I really
minutes.
don't prefer to do it on the phone, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
Well, thanks for being flexible and keep and taking the call. I
Of
appreciate it.
course, yeah. Well, I was a little late, so I apologize. But yeah, well, it sounds like you're on the right track, man. You don't need me.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are you gonna come to the Denver event?
I want to. I plan on it. I just have to fly my travel and nanny, which is my mom, because I have young kids. So I'm like, Mom, I need you to be my travel nana, my travel nanny. Yes.
Have you ever been to real estate conference like that?
No,
Dude,
never.
you're gonna really like it.
I've never been to a large
You will
real
really
estate
like it because
conference.
you're extroverted like me. You're just gonna love talking to people and bouncing around and bubbly. Like, you're gonna steal the show.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll go. Look, you're
Yeah, you can
convincing me
go.
to go.
Yeah. What about
Even
local
more.
meetups? Do you go to any local meetups?
I've tried, but they're not like throughout this like platform. They're like through other sort of
Yeah.
Chicago-based
Yeah, that's
real
okay.
estate. But I've been more of like a in the shadows, uh,
Why?
trying to learn. And I'm an extrovert. I'm like an introvert extrovert. I know you mentioned your 16 personality code. Like I'm an ENFJ, so I need to get out there more.
Yeah, you're an E.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you do. Like, that'll change. That'll change that it's people, dude. It's people.
Yeah.
It's people, and the more people that know what you're doing, the more people that can help you, and like, you have some properties, like, you have a big personality. There's no benefit to you to hang out in the shadows.
Yeah, that's true.
And you might be able to help somebody else along the way. There's a lot of people that are like trying to get their first door
Yeah.
that you could
Eh,
help, and you're
Yeah,
just
that's
being
true.
selfish.
I guess that's the way to put it. Always happy to help. Paying it forward.
Yeah. I would find local people in the tribe.
Okay.
I would find local people outside of the tribe just because I I just would.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go to Denver. You really like it. I know it's hard and expensive and logistics, and I understand that. I know what I'm asking, but it's like conferences, dude. I go to 5 a year now. Like,
Mm.
I just can't. It's just, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how it'll change your
Something
life.
in the Kool-Aid.
Well, you know what it is? I'll tell you what it is, and then I got to split. It's
Yeah.
not something in the Kool Aid. What it is when you go there, everybody else, it's like, it's a couple $100 or $1,000 for a ticket. It's $1,000 for a hotel. It's $1,000 for a flight. All this other stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so everybody there is like, I know you spent 3-4 grand to get here,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
time away from family, and the pain, and planning. Like, the barrier is high, so that's
Yeah.
like everybody who's there is serious. So now, if I see you at two of them,
Mm-hmm.
I know you're deadly serious.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If I see you at two a year, we got to do business together because there's not that many people who go.
That's
Like, when
true.
you go, like, now when I go to conferences, I'll go to, again, 3, 4, 5 a year, and it's like there's a core group of people that I'll see at like 3 of them every year,
Okay.
And so it's like, why are you guys all here? We are all in the same path in some way. So
Yeah,
that really starts to show you who your people are. You're like, why are we all doing the same really hard, not like try to get here? So it can be very potent in that way.
that makes sense. I think that makes a lot of sense. All right, well, I'll start getting out there more. Look, I'm taking baby steps. I'm getting there. I'm getting
You're
there.
doing great. You're doing great.
Well,
No
thank you so much.
criticism.
I know you got to run. I do hope we cross paths again. So, thank you so much for making like this opportunity available. I
Of
appreciate it.
course. Of course. I'm going to stop this and then just hang tight till it should say like, hey, upload complete, and then you can leave. Cool?
Okay, sounds good.
All right.